Newburyport is one of the most popular coastal towns here north of Boston, and it's easy to see why. Between the downtown, the restaurants, the waterfront, and the overall charm, a lot of people absolutely love living here. But at the same time, there are a few things about Newburyport that catch buyers off guard after they move here. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through the real pros and cons of living in Newburyport so you can decide if this coastal town is actually a good fit for you. If this is your first time to my channel, my name is Chris Splavelt. I'm a local realtor here north of Boston, and my team and I help people relocate to the North Shore in southern New Hampshire every single day. And Newburyport is one of the towns that we get asked about the most. People are drawn to the coastal lifestyle, the downtown, and the overall charm, but there are definitely some things buyers don't fully realize until they move here. So in this video, I'm gonna break down both the good and the bad so you can make a smart decision before making the move here. The first obvious pro of living in Newburyport is the overall coastal vibe and charm of the town. This is one of those places that just feels different the second you drive through downtown. You've got brick sidewalks, historical buildings, great local coffee shops and restaurants, and a real walkable downtown area that people absolutely love. There's a lot of character here, and honestly, not many towns here north of Boston have this kind of atmosphere. You're also very close to the water and have access to the Merrimack River, Plum Island, marinas, beaches, and a ton of outdoor activities. During the summer, especially, Newburyport becomes extremely lively and there's always something going on around town. One of the biggest downsides to Newburyport is simply affordability. This is definitely not one of the cheapest towns here north of Boston anymore. Over the last several years, prices have increased significantly because of demand has exploded. A lot of buyers move here expecting to get a coastal lifestyle at a discount compared to places closer to Boston, but Newburyport has become a luxury market in many areas. Even smaller homes or condos can be very expensive, especially if you want to be close to downtown or near the water. And on top of home prices, you also need to factor in property taxes, possibly flood insurance in certain areas, and the general cost of living, which is definitely higher here than many surrounding towns. Another major reason people love Newburyport is the downtown scene. Like I mentioned before, there are a ton of great restaurants, breweries, coffee shops, and local businesses packed into a pretty compact area. One thing I like about Newburyport is that there's always something going on. Some coastal towns get very quiet in the winter, but Newburyport still has energy throughout the year. There are events downtown, holiday festivals, waterfront restaurants, and a pretty strong community feel overall. If you enjoy being able to walk to dinner, grab a coffee in the morning, or spend weekends walking around town, this is definitely one of the strongest downtown areas here north of Boston. Now, the downside to being such a popular destination is that traffic can get frustrating, especially during the summer months. Once the weather gets nice and tourism picks up, Newburyport can get very crowded. Downtown parking can be very difficult. Restaurants can have long wait times, and getting on or off Plum Island during peak times can definitely test your patience. So if you're someone who prefers quieter towns with less activity, this is something you want to seriously consider. A lot of people really look for the coastal lifestyle, but they don't always think about the reality of living in a tourist destination during busy months. Another underrated benefit of Newburyport is commuter access. Even though it feels like a true coastal town, you still have access to Boston via Interstate I-95 and also the MBTA commuter rail. So for buyers that need a commute into Boston a few days a week, but still want more space and a coastal lifestyle, Newburyport can actually work out perfectly. You're also in a great location overall because you have easy access to southern New Hampshire, towns like Portsmouth, and other North Shore towns nearby. One thing that buyers really need to know about Newburyport is that a lot of the houses are older and historic. While these houses are beautiful and full of charm, they can absolutely come with more maintenance and upkeep. Some older homes may have outdated electrical, old plumbing, aged foundations, or deferred maintenance that buyers don't always notice right away. And if you're buying in a historic district, there may also be restrictions on certain exterior updates and renovations. For example, changing windows, repainting the exterior, replacing siding, or making any structural changes may require approvals depending on location of the property. So if you love historic homes, then Newburyport may be a great option for you, but it's definitely something you should consider before moving here. Overall, Newburyport is an amazing town, and there's a reason so many people want to live here. The coastal lifestyle and the walkability to downtown is something people absolutely love when living here. But at the same time, it's important to understand the trade-offs, especially when it comes to pricing, tourism, and older housing inventory. And if you're thinking about moving to Newburyport or anywhere north of Boston, feel free to reach out to me anytime. My team and I would be happy to help answer any questions, recommend any areas, and help you figure out which town might fit your lifestyle best. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Like I mentioned before, I help people relocate and move here north of Boston, so I'd be happy to help you. If you want more information, please check the link in the description to schedule a discovery call. And check out my next video, Best Coastal Towns North of Boston to Live In.